So I wrapped it in that material my dad gave me, right here. Cut a big piece off and I covered the tank. And I soaked it in its first layer of resin just to turn it yellow and get it to harden up. What I can do after this is, say tomorrow, trim the edge, leave like a ½ inch lip or something, and maybe fold it over if it's still soft. If not, just sand it to the edge, no big deal. I want to put some matte over the exterior, not the interior, because I want it to look rough like that fender. But this is the fake gas tank, aka the Fank. I was wrapping it up, and what I did is I found some chicken wire and I tied it up with chicken wire to keep the cloth tight. And as I'm soaking it, it did this funky shape, so I left it there. But the idea was a couple horizontal ribs, actually 3 of them. The interior ribs are there, that's okay. You can see them through the cloth, not a big deal. You paint it red, you ain't going to see any of it probably. But it's all soaked through where it's supposed to be soaked through. I can imagine how much resin is inside because I had to fill the little container 3 times just to get it to turn yellow. Should be nice and crunchy tomorrow, really hard. We'll put another layer on and then I'll put the mat over the top. The top and the sides. I live right near the airport. Let's see what this is. Hold on. That's a big plane. Can't see it. You can hear it. Can't see it. Hold on. Meow. I did it right on my stool. I don't care. It's an old stool from the kitchen. We throw all the others out. I kept this one just for something to sit on and put things on. And I throw my grinder on it, let it burn holes in it once in a while. It's got to be the shop stool. There's a couple bristles that went in there. They'll come out. A little bit of dirt. Oh, it's actually pretty hard already. You can hear it. But I'm not going to try to do anything to it today. I'm going to let it get real hard. And then trim the edges. It's going to look awesome when it's like this. This is so cherry red that it doesn't look red in video. It looks orange. The handle grips, on the other hand, look dirty. Because they're always dirty. Because they're supposed to be red, but they turn pink. Looks good. Smells good too. I love that smell. It'll get you high as a kite if you're not paying attention. Now I had the fan going behind me blowing the smell the other way, but that'll also set it off so it'll get hard too fast. So, not that it could get hard too fast. I always use a T-handle Allen because you can just stick it on the wire brush and clean it right off. Just to mix it. Oh, I got this little tool the other. I came out just a few hours before it was fully cured, actually 2 hours after, and it's pretty hard. It's hardening up, but I cut a 1-inch lip around the whole edge, and what it is while it's tacky, I want it to roll this over a little bit because I don't want it to be hard and I can't manage it. So I put some tape to hold it down just in case, because the corners are kind of real taut. So tomorrow I get to do the inside too, because I want to cover all this metal frame with fiberglass also. It's not sticky anymore, else I guess it is, just a little bit. I'll flip it over, hold on. Alright. Yeah, it's getting hard, it's just it's thin. It needs more coats. Look at the ripple in the cloth. Just not straight. That's what I wanted. These pieces of string aren't sticking to it, so it's getting hard. A little overzealous maybe, but not a big deal. I cut out the back. That's going to be sanded down when it gets rock hard. Probably going to leave this here if I can and just drill the hole and round off the edge. This friggin' guy with his motorcycle out back, man. Hear him? All day long, that's all he does. So there it is, sitting in place. Just a little sticky, not bad. I loomed up a bunch of the wires. You're not going to see them now because, well, I put the cover on. But nothing's hanging below the tank anymore. It's Fank. Looks good if it only wasn't puke yellow. Did we put a gas cap on there? Like a Harley one? Hardly dangerous? Hardly dangerous. Here you go. Hardly dangerous. Oop. Looks good. I like it. Can't wait to see it red. See, it was daylight out when I was out here the last time. Oh boy. Have a good night. Alright, so I want to do the Subaru Brat back seat truck. Subaru Brat in the back has, in the pickup bed, these are really old trucks, had a seat, 2 seats, and on each side of the seat they had these like handles that popped up, kind of like this. And they had hand grips on them, and you can't find those anymore. This is Rich's old T-bar. It's rotted, it's bent, it's rusted, but the idea of it is 7/8 of an inch. And it fits into the Kawasaki handlebars that I literally just cut in half. Actually, I cut them more than in half. I cut them in thirds. That's all that's left of the Kawasaki handlebars. So I'm going to cut this off, clean this off, hopefully find a way to prevent this from sliding. Of course I'm going to weld it. But I can do all the welding I want under here. You're not going to see any of it. Maybe I'll cut a slit in it or do a plug weld or something like that, a couple of them. But I have the other bar here too. I just had it. What the hell did I do with it? Oh, it's behind me. Hold on. I have the other one here. Of course, it doesn't fit in here right now because this is bent a little. But it's going to end up here. And these will stick up, and I have some red and black hand grips on order for a pedal bike. Sorry, for a pedal bike, because these are only 7/8 on both sides, and I don't need a throttle. Nobody's going to turn the throttle in the back seat. Just something to hold on to versus, you know, having a seatbelt. But I think I'm going to cut this off right now because I closed the door so I can be as loud as I want in here. Well, to a point. My neighbors don't hate me, but they don't like me. Shh, keep it down. Alright, having fun. So here's the grab handles for my back seat. It's a KZ440 set of handlebars cut in half and cut in thirds and welded to what was the T-bar on Rich's because it's 7/8 ID and these handlebars are 7/8 OD. So I kind of lucked out that I had enough to do it. Just got to make a bracket so these can bolt on under the seat. I've got some, like I said, some red and black hand grips on order. I knew I was going to make this. I was just trying to find the time to do it, you know. Look at that. No grinding. I'm going to grind it anyway because that's just me. And I'm going to use an oxide flapper, but I got to cool it down first because it's red hot. And if you put an oxide flapper on there and it's too hot, it's just going to disintegrate it. because my red and black gloves have gone to hell. I'm wearing one of these things. Alright, having fun. Pretty good night. Like I said, I fiberglassed the inside of the fake gas tank, and it's just sitting up here drying because it stinks. It stinks bad. Oh my god, that smell. Ugh. This is Rich's rear bumper. I brought it inside because it was getting rusty. What did I do? Oh, I found the bolt for my trailer hitch idea right here. See these two brackets that go down are going to have a spacer between them, and that spacer is going to be welded to a bar, and that bar is going to go all the way forward up and under the front wheel, and it's going to have a hitch on the end. And what you do is you pick up the trike, put that bar in, and then you can just hook it to a car, a truck, a van, whatever, 1 7/8" probably. But my idea was if I flip it completely the other way and bolt it in, that it could carry that along with it underneath and you wouldn't even know it. Maybe even add some wheels and use it as a wheelie bar if it's long enough. I don't know. I thought I'd put that in the middle. I'd have to measure it and figure it out. But yeah, you could tow the registered trike around like a trailer. Thought that would be cool. This is, what would you call these things? Grab bars or something like that. This is the KZ 440 handlebars, all cut up with a pipe welded in between. And like I said, I got some red grips on the way, but I'm just not feeling it again tonight. No, actually I did quite a bit. I finished the brackets that hold that. It's got 4 screws, bolts that go up into the seat, and then it's got 2 that bolt to the angle iron right in front of it. That thing is not going anywhere. It's not even bolted in, but it'll move the whole seat first. Once it's bolted down, that thing ain't gonna move. What else did I do? I forget. I got all the videos from the weekend to compile and put together and hopefully make one nice long video. I still don't have the nut for that mirror. That's driving me nuts. I want to take that thing off. I gotta take that cover off, see what the hell's inside. I did fiberglassing on my stool, and then I realized I forgot to put something on it. So this is so my butt doesn't stick to it. That's actually a piece I had, Dad. I don't actually. That's a shirt. That's not even. But it's about the same material as this. But yeah. I got to find the hydraulic line for the Kawasaki, and I have to find and buy one for the Harley, unless one of my friends has one, and then make some kind of conversion with the brake light switch in it. But yeah. Oh, it's gotta be late. It's gotta be like 10 o'clock. I gotta look. See what time it is. It is 8. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Here's my new keychain. $2 Japanese third brake lights. You can make them flash. Yay. Actually hurt. Which is a good thing. Get your attention, right? So today I get home and there's something in the mail. My little, I think they were $3, black and red grips. What's nice about them is they clamp on top and bottom, so you can flip them, put them any direction you want. I think they look pretty good. Uh-oh, battery's dying. I'm not doing anything tonight. I'll take a night off. The tank's down here. It's still a little sticky. We'll work at it. I lost my pin. I gotta get some metal. Metal. Mike's done mowing. But I got a whole bunch of videos to put together anyway. I'll go do that now. I've been letting that thing blink since like I got it yesterday. This is a couple of where the hell's the other one? Just LED lights. And I'm like, why the hell's it got 3 wires? That's because one of them is for the brake light and the other one just makes it blink. You see that? I can't see what you're seeing. So, oh cool, it blinks. So I stuck it to the battery. It's been blinking for like a day now. I couldn't stand these little, they're not even sheet metal. No, maybe. I couldn't stand those, so I made some nice 1/8 inch thick brackets. For those LED lights. The blinkers, the triangles, whatever you want to call them. They came out nice. So much better than the crap they give you from China. Have a good day. So instead of cutting up the skull bracket, I took it off and measured it, made a duplicate that goes behind it, and it goes down and it holds the brake fluid splitter, or whatever you want to call it. And I kept the brake light switch on it too. This is from that one over there. The one I had didn't have the brake light, so I needed to put a nut behind it to space it out on both sides, but not a big deal. This goes here, and then you just put the skull back on and put this back on. Thing is, I got to have this converted to the Harley line, and I have to measure and see how long I want it to be and all that stuff. But just when I think I'm not going to do anything, I end up doing a bracket. A life story. Have a good night. Well, I finished my bracket, and I bedlinered it black. I just got to cut the screws off the back. They're a little long. And I got to connect the brakes, and I got to get a line made for the Harley master cylinder, but I was not giving up on the skull, so I made a bracket that puts it 2 inches lower in the same spot. All I had to do was flip this brake line to the bottom instead of the top, which that's fine by me. But I'm out here. Rich has got his blue glitter grips. I'll show you those in a picture. And yesterday I made new brackets for these. I'm thinking these could go here somewhere. I'm not sure. I got 2 of them. They're like $2.50. How can you beat that? You get solid red or you get blinking. I'm thinking blinking might be a good idea, hooked to the brake lights. Keep people awake. I got all kinds of lights for Rich's Trike. Lights, clear lights. They're cheap. They're like, I think 15 bucks for like 20 of them. Oh, there's my freaking screwdriver. I got this. I was going to go to basic on, off, left, right, but this thing's like made for a moped. It's really cheap. So I think I'm going to restore his original, clean it up and paint it and all that. Could use this, but we'll see. I don't know if he'll like that switch. It's kind of just a switch, you know, like a moped. There's my tape. Damn it. That's what lights he bought. Ones I bought. These are red or amber. I guess you have a choice. But I'm out here having fun. Kind of dark in here, huh? Let me see the screen. What do you see? There you go. Look at my mess. I never find anything. You know why? Because I don't put it back here. If I put it back here, I can find it. I had to trim a little bit off of his tube for the throttle, but not a big deal. Altoids. The resin that my dad gave me, the blue stuff, it just won't harden it, and it is killing me. I mixed harder with it, but it didn't care. So it just keeps pooling up at different areas, and it friggin' stinks. When I do the wings, we're just going to do the outside and then brush resin on the inside, no cloth. To hell with putting cloth on the inside. The stuff that was on the tank originally worked fine, but this blue stuff is not curing for shit. Awesome. So that's going to be fun to clean up. Dawn said add some heat to it. Maybe I got a heat gun I could stick in the thing, and I hope it friggin' hardens, because this is a mess. Alright, having fun. My new running board lights. What's the wide ignition? Runs like a Harley. Not that a Harley runs good, right? See ya. Well, it's pitch black out. What did I do tonight? I mounted that bracket. I think I said that already. Let me spin you around. I bed linered my seat bracket, the one for the front. These are the legs for the front. And I bed linered the, what do you call it, the grab bars. I taped them off up to a certain point on the chrome, and then everything else is going to be bed linered. Got a piece of red fuzzy on there. Oh well, you're not going to see it anyway. My tank is outside. The fake gas tank. It's sitting out here. The blue resin would not harden. I don't know what happened. I used the same hardener as the other one and it worked fine. But the blue resin will not harden, so I'm going to go to a friend's house, I think, and just throw this thing in the fire and burn off the fiberglass and just do it again. I can sandblast the frame and just fiberglass over again. This time I'm going to use just the sheet on the outside, and I'll probably use no mat or anything on the inside, just some resin to cover the wires, but that's about it. Oh, the tabs. I finally got the other 3 missing tabs I didn't have. That one, and that one. I have this one. I have to cut it because it's got a funky angle to clear the back seat. But that's about it. Boom! Hit my hand on the point. That hurts so much. Right in the funny bone. There's nothing funny about the funny bone. So I got tons of wire. Well, like 20 sticks left to make that other wing, and we should be rocking. I gotta fix that crack on the fender. Maybe I'll throw this one in the fire, redo it too, because I didn't have this material from my dad before. I like how it hardens up. It's like, it feels like cloth. This is really hard. This thing's got like 2-3 layers of mat, but it burns right off, you know. Do whatever you want. Alright, I'm going in. Have a good night. Here's my new running board lights. These are the coolest. 15 bucks for 2. How can you beat that? $15 for 2 pairs of 3 each. LED assembly has 3 lights in it, so there's 9 lights on this side and there's 9 lights on that side. I might even get some more. Maybe I'll get some more for back here. I never have enough lights. I need something up here because the front end's sticking out. You never know how wide your butt's going to be coming through. People don't pay attention. I think they'll pay attention to this. I really want to get this done in brass or copper powder coat. They didn't have aluminum in 1913. I don't believe so. You can look it up and correct me if I'm wrong. Alright guys and girls, have a good night. Here's the seat. I took the brackets off. I baby this seat. I'm so afraid of it getting ripped. I mean, I know it's just vinyl and everything, but it's molded really nice and it's so